done.
I don't think, Neville has already done like 10 things that you shouldn't do when it comes to medication.
Okay, folks. Now, when it comes to taking medication,
Yes.
many people make common mistakes.
Like
actually.
listen to people, we're not doctor.
So here to tell us what we're doing wrong is Dr. Kathy Mann, who's a consultant OBGYN. We had a couple earlier. I don't know why I am here still. Morning, Doc.
Morning.
How are you?
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
We're going to go through them. They said 6 common drug mistakes people make at home. And you're going to tell us the strategies to avoid them. The first mistake is not reading the insert.
Right.
Now, the insert would be something that is inside, the little paper that is inside the box.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
But before you tell us why we should read it, but don't you get on the outside what you're supposed to do?
Exactly. So your pharmacist usually labels on the
Right.
outside
So
the
then why I
name
need
of
to
your
read the
drug.
insert?
Well, to be honest, you may not need to actually read everything on the inside because it may not be in terms that you understand either. It's usually for the doctor.
Okay.
But you can make out some things, and if you don't understand, then you can ask your doctor or your pharmacist what this is. But one of the common issues that we have is that the patient comes in and you say, do you have any medical illnesses? They say yes. What medication are you on? Boy, doc, it's in a yellow and white box, silver paper. That doesn't help you. You don't know what that is. And what people don't realize is that that is important for us to know so we can know what to give to you because all chemicals interact and can harm your body. So that's the first big problem. So my recommendation is, and I've always told my patients, if you can't read it or it's just too much for you to remember, write it down on a little piece of paper, put it in your purse or in your wallet and walk around with it. Right? You'll always have it on hand. In case anything happens, exactly.
Yeah, my sister does that. She has a little black journal for my mother. So every time she says,
you just
But going back to
present
the insert thing, you should be told on the outside of the box how to use what you're
how
given.
to use, how often you must take it, what the name is, what you should you eat before, should
Okay,
you
and
not
that should
eat.
be on the outside.
That should be on the
On the
outside
I think
by your
sometimes the
pharmacist.
contradictions are some of them inside on the paper. But
Right.
sometimes read the paper.
Okay. Well, I never read it because the music tell me what to do.
You read the paper. Next one. Sloppy measuring.
Yes.
Like it said 2 tablespoons. And some people say, but not a tablespoon, but I want teaspoon. I maybe about 6 seconds I can give it 2
Exactly. So a tablespoon, teaspoon is very subjective. A teaspoon can be half full, very full, overflowing. So if you get a container or a measuring spoon, use that. Another thing that a lot of people do, and I think we're all guilty of it at some point in time, is to use the cap on the cough syrup and just take it. But that's not advisable, especially for your young children. For the young children or the elderly, it's better to use the measuring spoon.
I have to admit that
you do it, right? You just drink.
Sometimes I just go so with the back, right? So that must
You just put the bottle itself
Yeah,
in.
man, me just say that must be a tablespoon. Me just go so. And me just put it back down. Me say it's a tablespoon.
Yeah, this one is also critical. Skipping doses.
Skipping doses. So, Jamaicans, if it's cheaper or it can cut costs, they think it's the best thing to do. So some people skip the doses thinking that it can serve them longer. But that's not advisable because these drugs need to be in your body at a certain concentration to work, especially your antibiotics or your blood pressure medication or your sugar medication. So you shouldn't skip doses. And you shouldn't just take it when you feel like. And you shouldn't feel like, oh, I need to cut the tablet for it to serve me longer. Especially those patients who the tablet isn't scored, so there is no groove in it. It's meant not to be cut.
Okay,
Right?
It's not on it, but one of the things that they do after we skip doses is try to make it up back.
Right.
Which I
it
shouldn't
really
do either.
doesn't make any sense because for especially antibiotics, you have given the bacteria a chance to react, to fight whatever antibiotic you're giving yourself. Then
So taking 2 because you skip one now.
not gonna help. And then the next thing is if it's blood pressure medication, you're overdosing yourself at one certain time.
This one I don't understand. It says taking drugs with the wrong foods. But
Right.
again, on the outside, it says after a meal. It not tell you what you must have in the meal.
Antibiotics, you must have
So usually
like
if
milk.
Usually, if there is a contraindication or you shouldn't take the medication with certain foods, the pharmacist would put it on
Right,
it.
because outside
So-
they say 2 tablets
So they
after
will
a meal.
specifically say don't drink with dairy products
Yeah.
or
Non-alcohol.
grapefruit juice or grapefruit, the fruit itself, that actually interacts with a lot of medications. It stops the enzyme that breaks down the medication, and so you can get an abnormal level.
Yeah.
So they will tell you, grapefruit juice, grapefruit, whatever it is,
I've
don't
never
take
seen
it.
that. I've never
Maybe
seen
you have never needed any medication.
I never pay attention.
Yeah.
Everybody
You
spoke
talk
about splitting pills.
Splitting the pills.
Right.
Taking drugs that won't work for your condition. The way I take it for you give me to take.
The truth is, Neville, you have people who get
Share
a medication. Exactly. They get a medication.
My throat has scratched me. What you did take last week? You have no more?
Right. Very dangerous because you don't know what will work for the other person. And you don't know what that person has. So giving them something is very, very dangerous. Don't be a doctor to your friends.
We swap.
You swap
we have
medication.
to go. This is the last. It's not on it. But you were talking about skipping doses.
Right.
Why I have to complete the whole thing? In other words, I have some flu, you give me 20 tablets, after 5 tablets, I am fine. Why I have to take the other 15?
Because you might be at a stage where the virus or the infection is at a low, but it has not completely disappeared.
So maybe take the whole thing.
So you have to take the whole thing. If you don't take it, then the bacteria can build up back resistance against
so
whatever.
all when I feel better and I'm not coughing anymore, I do have no cold, I still have to go take it.
You must take it.
Me just get one eye drop and from my eye clear up.
You stop taking it.
And that leads to our problem that, we have a lot of antibiotic resistance because eventually the antibiotics won't work against that.
Thanks
Me
very
not
much.
like 10 minutes here helping because everything them said that you mustn't do it always end up being me.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Thank you for having me.
How are the twins?
They are fine.
Tell them
They're
hi
fine.
for us.
Okay, I will.
All right, the consultant OBGYN, Dr. Kathy Madden. 10 minutes to your health. We'll do it again next Thursday.
Stop swap medication.